Hi guys, I'm Sri Narayanan, and this is my evaluation of the external analyses I found on Adidas. So, first of all, I want to dive into the grades I gave. So, for the pestle analysis I found, I had to give that one a C plus. I know not the best grade, but there were just some key parts that it was missing. It had all the letters, but there was still some things it could have added. Plus, it didn't have a GDC analysis, just the pestle. So I'll dive deeper into that in upcoming slides. And for the Porter's five forces analysis that I found and evaluated, I had to give that one a B minus. So pretty much very similar grades, a little better for the five forces model, and that's because the organization on that one was really great. But yeah, I'll also dive deeper into that in the upcoming slides. So the evaluation of the pestle analysis I found. So the pestle analysis I found mentioned the shoe industry, but it didn't exactly mention how Adidas operates in monopolistic competition, which I think is something that's pretty clear, and I think is something is pretty important, especially in a pestle analysis to mention somewhere. So I wish they would have had that on it. I think that's one way they could have improved. Also, as I was mentioning previously, there was no GDC analysis done, so it was also something that could have been added, of course. And some of the letters were lacking information. This isn't to say all the letters were bad, because, for instance, especially the political and economic factors, those letters, they were great information. And what I was trying to judge that by was, can I read this and am I actually learning something about it, or are they just generalities that I already know? So in that, yeah, I did feel like I learned a lot from the political and economic factors letters, but something I felt could have been improved is that as I was reading the pestle analysis, the letters, the content in them just got shorter and shorter. And I got that for some because they just had less to say, but I didn't feel it necessarily had to be like that for everything. So that was definitely something that could have improved. Um, Going back to a positive note, it was very well designed. However, it did not connect to the Porter's five forces in any way, so that was something that could have been better. Now moving on to my evaluation of the Porter's five forces analysis that I found. Um, so right off the bat on this one, I thought the summary statement right at the beginning could have been better. It talked about Adidas in general, oh, they're a shoe company, they operate here, they do this, whatever, but it was all general statements that pretty much everybody knows about a big shoe company like Adidas. I wish they would have put more intuitive information there and added some statements that would lead up to the five forces analysis. Now, when it came to the five forces, they did include each of the five forces and had all the content that they needed. And they did have some really nice content, especially in the new entrance part of the five forces. However, they didn't specifically say which forces impact the industry the most, which I wish they would have done. It is definitely something that they could have improved upon. Um, Overall, they didn't have a visual either, something else they could have included to make it much better. Um, Also recommendations on the five forces, they didn't really get into that. Something else that they could have thought about doing and had. But something good they did have was a very nice, concise recap at the end. And again, this Porter's Five Forces analysis was really well organized. So that's another positive note about this one. So other than that, that's why I had to give this one a B minus, and give the pestle analysis a C plus. And these are the sources for the pestle analysis and the Porter's five forces analysis that I evaluated. Thank you so much for listening.